And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, 60 Pittsburgh. Good track. Watch twitch. What happened?
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Here we go. Set. 70 in. Box try. Here we go. 51 the mic. I got you. Son. I got you. You're all right. Baby. You're all right.
2nd and 13. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Here we go. 30 days. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Oh, yeah. And here we go. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goal.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Right here, guys. Fight. Don't let free. Don't let free. Play that deep. Don't let free, defense. Mike.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taking it about the 16. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's put that team on the buck.
Back to throw. Fields stepping up. He's going to keep it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a giant first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. No. Check that. We want Mike.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
15 more yards. That's good for a Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Browns nothing.
Check 56. Here we go. Let's bring it.
On the draw, it's White. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Caught by Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Giants first down. First down and goal to go.
Here we go. Show it up. Check. Lucky. Cover. Alert 3.
On first down, Fields. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Browns drive about to get started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Set hot.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And the Browns first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
51. Mike 51. Silver.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Smith. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go. Cross the pass. Bravo. Mike 51. Let's go one more. 51.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Mike 51.
Looking to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Rush in. Let up. Let's go.
Smith trying to run for it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Everybody scoot up. Heavy. Hey, watch number 5, watch number 5. Double time. 49 to Mike, 49. Watch the pass. Mike's 49. ball.
They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Let's go. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to Smith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just... talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Cook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, Fields setting up the screen for Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now the try here for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Bring it, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Man out. Go, Mike. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll look to set up his blockers. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Set the turn, defense. Let's go.
They run it again with Cook. Pushing tacklers aside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. Complete to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready? Take the mic. 56 is the mic. Stay with your man.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Charlie. 49 the mic. Watch 49. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 51. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The tight end David Njoku, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Tucson, you got block me. Box trap. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, tight. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Yeah. Go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Browns 17.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
51 the mic, boy. 51. We go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Joseph now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Too low.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mack Wilson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep from and got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Squeeze, get in there. You got tight. You got tight right there. Shift. Check 37.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Kill. 66. Bullet ride. Check. Out.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
Joseph on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Come on,
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Cleveland, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.